All right, hey, JT back again, back in the record room, and it is Monday, so these are my thrift store finds that I'm going to show today. And again, that was really fun to do the 400 subs contest that I ran. And congratulations to Greg from the Vinyl Rundown, and thank you again for everybody that made a video. That's a lot of work, a lot of time, and I sure do appreciate it. So let me get started. Now these are mostly, some of these are really new finds and some, they're all thrift store finds. I am going to show about 2 or 3 records from my local indie store, and that would be Recycled Records near the corner of Taylor Street and Virginia in Midtown, downtown Reno, Nevada. And let me go ahead and get started. This is actually one of those. I went in for Record Store Day at the tail end of Saturday, and I had to work that day. It's not really a big deal to me. I like to see what's left. So sure enough, I went in there and I really didn't see anything. I scored a few. I made a video of it at Sundance Books, also in Midtown, right on the edge of downtown Reno. And but I did get a lot of other records, and I like supporting, Eric and Mike over there at Recycled Records. I've been shopping there since 1978. And so here I picked up Leon Russell, Will o' the Wisp, and this is from 1975. This is such a cool record. This has Steve Cropper and J.J. Cale on guitar. I mean, yeah, amazing stuff. And you have so many great songs. You have Bluebird on here. Fantastic. Let me show you this. And this is on Leon's, this is on his Shelter Records. Love Leon Russell. I have more Leon albums. And next, this is from a thrift store. This was $1.50. This is from one of my favorite charities in town. And here we have John Dawson Winter. And man, this is pretty good. It's not really one of his best. Still Alive and Well is so fantastic, but it's really good to have this one. There are actually 2 copies that I got, and here's the back cover. And what's great about this, you have his brother Edgar on this record and Rick Derringer. And this one is really clean, really, really clean. Fantastic. This is on Epic. Or no, it's not. This is on Blue Sky. I believe that is a division. It's a division of Columbia Records, Blue Sky Records. And next up, this is from. I paid $5 for this. This is The Family That Plays Together, one of my favorite bands, and that would be Spirit. You have Randy California and Jay Ferguson from Spirit, and just a great record. I have this already, but this is clearly an upgrade for me on this vinyl. And yeah, so I have 2 of them. The other one plays good, but this is even cleaner. So Spirit. And then just yesterday, I got this this Stevie Nicks record, and this is The Wild Heart. Stand Back is on here. And what's so cool about Stand Back, that's Steve Lukather from Toto doing the guitar solo on Stand Back. And Mick Fleetwood plays drums on this as well. What's significant about this Stevie Nicks record, this is right after Fleetwood Mac was no more. They had done the Mirage tour, and that was it. And this was her record from 1983. Yeah, so nice to have this one. I'm a fan of all 3 eras of Fleetwood Mac. Really, my favorite eras are the first stage with the great Peter Green, and then later on with Danny Kerwin and Bob Welsh. I really like the Wilderness years, but this is cool to have. And next, this is pretty cool. This is from 1982, and the cover of this album is very, very significant because this is an Andy Warhol painting, and that would be Emotions in Motion, Billy Squire. And yeah, I scored this just a few months ago, $1.50 at my favorite thrift store. I really don't have that much. I think this is my only Billy Squire on vinyl, actually. So I have them all on CD. And Freddie Mercury sings on this with Roger Taylor. And they do sing on the title track, Emotions in Motion. And so this is just fantastic, especially that Andy Warhol artwork. I love Andy Warhol's art. Yeah, I studied art in university, so yeah, I'm into it. And next up would be a record. Now this is sealed, guys. This is Susie Quatro, and this is from 1979. And this is when Susie moved from the U.S. to the U.K. And this is a really good record. And this is sealed. I did pay. No, I paid $3 for this. I mean, I had this hot honey hole going in Reno, and yeah, I don't really want to disclose it. It dried up for a while, but it's coming back a bit. He did raise his prices. He's a collector. He buys large collections, and he sells. He has a little section in his store where a corner where he has racks of vinyl records. So yeah, Susie Quatro. And other four-letter words from 1979. There's Susie on the back. I mean, she should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know, for sure. We'll see what's going to happen with that. And next up, at $1.50, that would be from 1972, Mr. B.B. King. And this is Guess Who from 1972. And this has a killer version of 5 Long Years on here, the last track on the album. I'm not going to say it's one of the best B.B. King records. He has a ton of horns on here, a little bit too much production for my liking. You know, I like Cook County Jail and, you know, yeah. But love to have this. I want to get some more B.B. King on vinyl for sure. Back again. There he is with Lucille on the beach, kicking it. The man, the legend, B.B. King. And next, yeah, this is also from my indie record store. Just 3 records from Recycled Records, and this is another one. I love reggae. You know, I lived in the Caribbean. This is Third World. This is from 1980, and this is A Rise in Harmony. And Third World, you guys, you know, they're reggae fusion, soul funk disco, so great. You have Michael Cooper and Steve Core founded the band in 1973. They're from Kingston, Jamaica. Third World, iconic reggae band, so fantastic. Love Third World. Steel Pulse, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs, Bob Marley. Yeah. Sly and Robbie. The list goes on. And next up, I am so happy to have found this record. This was 3 days ago. I took a break from work. I work right down in downtown Reno, and right down the street is one of my favorite charity shops, thrift stores, and it's a Catholic charity. And you know, I've never had any of this on vinyl, and that, guys, is Canned Heat. I love Canned Heat, and no wonder they were invited to Woodstock, you know, back in '69. Canned Heat is just so good. This is Canned Heat's very first compilation from 1969. Everything's on here. I already spun this, guys, twice. It's just so good. I like it so much. There you go, on the old Liberty label. I like it so much that I went ahead and bought 2 new represses of Canned Heat, their very first album, and actually in their last album. And, you know, this has Bullfrog Blues on here. This has Rollin' and Tumblin', Going Up the Country, Amphetamine Annie. So good. You got boogie music, such a good jam. On the Road Again. Man, this is just awesome. Yeah, and here's the gatefold for Canned Heat. Yeah, from Los Angeles, California, formed in 1966, Canned Heat. And here's a little bit of a difference here. Here's a 12-inch single from an electronic band from the UK, and that would be Erasure. And you have, this is a 12-inch from 3-song EP from The Innocents. And, you know, I like all kinds of different music. I mean, yeah, I mean, I just love it all. Love this genre. And I love a lot of music from the UK. This is Andy Bell and Vince Clarke. And this band was formed in London in 1985. And these boys were really, 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 really influenced by OMD. And, you know, it's synth pop. I know you guys know Erasure, but if you don't, synth pop, new wave, and dance. And it's so great. And you have River Deep, Mountain High is really my favorite track. And the big UK hit back in the day was When I Needed You, you know. So, yeah, really love having Erasure. I have just about everything that Erasure did, for sure. And the next record up, guys, is something so cool that I found. And this is from that store. I did pay $5 for this. This is the Taurus with Dave Stewart and Annie Lennox. And this is their very last release, the Taurus. And, you know, it's new wave, it's power pop. This is from 1980. And of course, they went on to form the Eurythmics shortly after this LP. But I really like having this one. And here's the tracks on the back. All right. And next up, man, now this I found this record about a month ago at a thrift store close to my house. This is sealed. And this fella, he was on the tour the day the music died, when Buddy Holly, the Big Bopper, and Richie Valens crashed in the plane. And this gentleman and his band was on the tour, and that's Dion and the Belmonts. And this is sealed, guys. I have a copy of this. But when I saw this, I just got tingly because I love Dion. And when you talk folk music, when he broke out into folk, I mean, he really, really did it well. This has Abraham, Martin, and John on it. But not only that, guys, he covers Purple Haze, Tomorrow is a Long Time, Bob Dylan, Everybody's Talking, you know, the Freddie Neal song. He does a Lightnin' Hopkins cover. He does another Fred Neil cover, The Dolphins. This is such a great record. I love this record. You know, I have my other copy. I'm not going to stop. He covers Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell. He wrote Sun Fun Song. He Looks a Lot Like Me, he wrote. He covers Sisters of Mercy, Leonard Cohen. And then he covers the last track on here is a Stevie Wonder song, Loving You is Sweeter Than Ever. I mean, Dion. And, you know, in the early 70s, he had a whole string of more folk records that are just amazing. Yeah, check out Dion if you get a chance, his later work. And he's still going. And on YouTube, one last thing, check out Dion's story of what happened. Dion says, you know, nobody ever asked me about what happened, you know, when Buddy Holly died in the plane crash. He says, I was there. So it's very, very interesting, Dion. And he's probably about 79 years old now. Just amazing. And next up, guys, a band from Kingston, Jamaica, more reggae. And I think this is two more from my local recycled record store. And that would be the Wailing Souls from Kingston, Jamaica, rocksteady and reggae. And this is Winston Matthews and Lloyd McDonald. They're the only constant members. I love the Wailing Souls. This band started in the late 60s, right around 1968. And yeah, I love the Wailing Souls. So good. Here's the tracks. And this is Sinashi, but this is called Greensleeves. And next up would be, let's see, hang on, I'm getting there. I have a few more to show. One last one from Recycled Records, and that would be Adam Ant. Really cool to have this one. This is Viva La Rock, and this is from 1985. Really glad to have any Adam and the Ants or his solo endeavors. Isn't that cool? Love it. Okay, I'm going to get going here. Now, here's a band from Sweden, and big in the 80s, and they toured with Def Leppard in 1988, and that would be Europe. And it was, you know, I saw Ron Haggerty show this record, and when I was watching, I says, man, I just scored that one at a thrift store like the day before. So that's one thing cool about the VC is, you know, when you see that you have records that other guys show, or gals for that matter. And here's the band Europe. And yeah, there were at least 4 singles from this record back in the late 80s. So cool. And oh boy, this is sealed. This is Journey. This is Escape. And I've had this one for a while. I actually showed this on my very first Vinyl Community YouTube video way back. This is, but I wanted to show it again. This was a $3 record. The guy had all these $3 records, and for a week or two, he had all these sealed records. So I love having this. There's the hype. Who's Crying Now? Not Me. I'm Happy. Stone in Love. Don't Stop Believin'. Dead or Alive. And Open Arms. So cool. And I'm probably going to keep this puppy sealed for a while. And, you know, my taste in music goes way back. Love 60s music. And Jesse Colin Young and the Youngbloods. This thing is so good. This is called Good and Dusty. Man, there's a ton of blues covers here, guys. They cover Stagger Lee. You have Banana on guitars. Jesse Colin Young. So fantastic. They cover Willie and the Hand Jive, Hippie from Olema, Good and Dusty, Let the Good Times Roll, Light Shine. That's a standard Jesse tune. And they do Pontiac Blues, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, Driftin' and Driftin', I'm a Hog for You Baby, which the Grateful Dead do such a great cover of I'm a Hog for You Baby. And this is a very low-key, laid-back record, and I love this. I love it so much. Actually, this is warped. I paid $1.50, but I didn't care. It's warped on the first track, and it's a white label promo. And I was going, oh man, it's warped. So I went ahead and I'm going to buy it on Discogs. I've had a bad run of luck with Discogs sellers. They're overgrading the records, and it's really disappointing to me. Why can't they just say what the record is? And I know with Discogs you have to find the good seller and stick with them. But anyhow, yeah, the Youngbloods, love it. And just 2 more to go, guys. I went ahead and scored this for $1.50. This is 4 records, the Hank Williams Treasury. And a lot of you might have this one. There's 4 records in here. And it's just amazing. And it's all on MGM, and they sound great. Just about everything is in here, guys. Just about everything. So really happy to have that. I think I might have this one. Not really exactly sure. And the last record today is a record I gave my father for Christmas, I believe, in the early 1980s. And I saw it and I just couldn't believe it. And it's there's a 3-record set, and it's Mr. Sinatra, Frank Sinatra Trilogy. And I played this for Sean and my wife June, and it was just so nice. New York, New York is on here. He does a cover of Just the Way You Are, because it's his recordings from the past, present, and future. And I love having this compilation. It's so very good. Frank Sinatra, one of the best singers, and his phrasing is some of the best in the business ever for any decade. Hey guys, thanks, and thanks for watching. And these are my my thrift store finds for for to show you this Monday, and tomorrow will be my new vinyl finds and my buys for Tuesday. All right, thanks a lot. See ya.